Hi, this is Michael Moss with the Culinary Experience, and welcome. Today in our show, we're going to try something that a purveyor gave me that he wanted to try to see if we liked it. It's a pre-done, pre-cooked potato. So we have a couple things to do. First of all, I have the earning for some pasta puttanesca. Puttanesca sauce is, of course, of Italy, and it means the sauce of the whore. Basically, the sauce that everyone could make because they had the ingredients in their cabinet in every household, or so they thought. I have a bunch of frying pans going, and we have a couple items to do. So first I want to start off with my puttanesca. Puttanesca classically is garlic slivers, anchovies, black olives, and capers with plum tomatoes. And for my family, this is an old staple. I had a cousin that used to make it all the time and was one of the best at making it. And I think I learned it from her. It's an absolutely delicious dish, but it's classic peasant dish of Italy. So here we go. We're going to start off with slivers of garlic, and we'll need a little olive oil. Again, I use an extra virgin for this one because it's basically what I buy. I'm going to cook that off. Then we need certain ingredients. We need anchovies, and we need capers. Pretty much the anchovies go in pretty quick, right away. Drop them right in. And they're going to all break apart. Oscar, can I have a rubber spatula? Okay. And capers. And I'm going to add black olives. But what I like to do is get all the anchovies cooked down and broken apart before we do anything with the garlic. And the anchovies will become nothing. They'll completely just dissipate. They'll completely disappear, but all the flavor will be there. Nice. I got one piece of garlic that got a little too brown. I'll get rid of that. I'm going to add a little more capers. We're going to let this saute for a minute, and meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning up some black olives. You can leave them whole, you can cut them in half. I like to cut them in half. I'm going to do that. Then we're going to take and add a little white wine to it. And I have a squeezed bottle of white wine right here. We'll get that ready. Black olives. And once these things start cooking down, we're going to intensify the flavor by adding the white wine, cooking that down, and then at the very end, we're going to add our tomatoes and we're going to crush them up with our hands again. It smells amazing already. You can smell all the capers coming out and all the anchovies and the garlic. It's a great blend. It's a great mix. Okay? Done? Done. Paper towels. Give it a little bit of a stir. Okay, I'm going to put my saute pan back on. I'm going to want to get it hot so we can braise off our next dish. Ready? All we have now is the constant, our anchovies, capers, and olives and garlic, and a little oil. And we're going to go ahead and add our white wine. And it will deglaze the pan and intensify those flavors. Oh, it smells fantastic. What happens is it really splatters around quite a bit because we're really cooking with a lot of heat. So what I'm going to do is let that reduce for a minute. See, if you can see here in the camera, all those juices come up, all the anchovy juice and all the capers, the brownness of it comes up, and that's what we wanted. Okay. Now I can go ahead and take my tomato and squeeze it in. This is a dish that can be cooked fairly quickly. You can let it sit for an hour or so, or you can do it in 20 minutes. It's your choice. If you add the white wine, you'll find that the flavor will become more powerful, quicker. And it's a great thing to make and let sit for a couple days. You can have it in the refrigerator like any other sauce. You can jar it. You can freeze it. And then I'm going to add a little tomato juice. All right? That's probably plenty. Okay? And we're done. Clean up a little bit, give it another stir, and we'll let that cook. One of the ways we do this is with fusilli or rigatoni, but always, really always with a hard, dry pasta. And we're just going to let this cook for a little while. Okay, so let's step into our next thing. My friend Pete from a big wholesale company gave me these potatoes and said, try them out. We'll see how they are. So I thought, we'll try them out and see how they are. And you can do it with me. So here we go. Just a little oil, a little salt in it, and a little black pepper. And the black pepper is here. And we're just going to keep flipping them, moving them around, and see how they are. What happens is the big companies are governed by, the government tells them how they have to wash their vegetables in solutions. And so they're peeling them and slicing them and trying to make most chefs' jobs a lot easier and save them a little bit of time. But when you do that, to me, that potato cannot be anywhere near as good as a fresh potato because it's been washed in water and all the flavors come out and the starches. That potato is cryovac, meaning put into a plastic bag, and it can sit for 2 or 3 weeks. Well, we all know a potato will turn brown if that happens. Even 10 minutes, when you peel a potato, it'll turn brown. So, next step for me is rack of lamb. When we come right back, I'll be seasoning our rack of lamb and getting it pan-seared. Okay, welcome back to a Culinary Experience. I'm having a great time because I'm just doing whatever I want. And there's no script here on Culinary Experience. We just go the way we can. Rack of lamb, beautiful rack of lamb. I'm just going to score it. And you don't really have to do this. I just tend to do it a lot, so I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to cut it down and cut it down to 3 bones, 2 bones apiece. Okay. This is New Zealand rack of lamb as opposed to American rack of lamb. The difference in taste, usually American rack of lamb is far better and also far more expensive. So typically around here you're going to see a lot of New Zealand rack of lamb. I'm going to take it, I'm going to season it with salt and pepper. That out. We'll do it on here. I do love lamb. I love it. It is so delicious. It's a little gamey. It's not one of my wife's favorites. My son won't touch it, which is even better. When I get it, I bring it home and nobody touches it. It can stay in the refrigerator. It's all for myself. We can do a little bit of oil right here, and I'll rub it in. Okay. Now, as I'm doing this, I want you to note that I'm using my bare hands when I'm doing this because this is an uncooked product. And you can touch an uncooked product. People have misconceptions about it. If it's a raw product, chefs can touch it. It's once it's cooked, you don't touch it. You leave it alone. You always wear gloves at that point. Just before it's being served, you need to wear gloves. But when you're doing a raw product, go ahead. You can use your hands. The potatoes are browning up pretty nice. If I can add a good seasoning to it, I might have a nice combination. Okay, so what I want to do is brown off and pan-sear my lamb. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mustard crusted it and then coat it with a panko breadcrumb, a very light breadcrumb with a little chopped rosemary. So what I'm going to do next is take some rosemary. While that's working, I'm going to take some rosemary and peel it off. Peel it off the stem. Nice, fresh rosemary. You ever want to take out food and you want to make people think you cooked it yourself? Simply take some garlic and rosemary, put it in a saute pan and heat it up. Your whole house will smell of rosemary, garlic, and even if you're eating Chinese food, they're going to think you made it. You'll have them fooled. Okay? Potatoes look good. Our Puttanesca is cooking along real well. It's got a nice thick consistency right now. So we'll give it another few minutes. And then we'll put our pasta in. I'm going to cut this real nice. Get it real fine. And then I'll take a little garlic, I think, with this too, because rosemary and garlic are staples together. Remember, when you're scraping your cutting board, you use the back of your knife, not the front. Got a little garlic. Put that in. And then I'm going to use that panko we have and make a little breadcrumb. Okay, we got that together. Now I have panko right here. Nice thing of panko. We probably won't need all of this, so we'll dip a little bit out because I don't want to under-season. And take my beautiful rosemary and garlic, drop it in. Okay? Oh, whoop, I lost one. Okay? And we'll just flip these. Can I have a pair of tongs, Bosco? I got them right here. Bosco's back on the set, guys. People remember back many years ago, Bosco was the cameraman. He's been replaced by real professionals, but he's still here. By the way, he's still not married, so if you're interested, send us an email at info@culinaryexperience.tv. He's also a chef. Anybody looking for a chef husband? Paybacks. Okay, they're braising up real nice. So we're going to do that. We're going to coat it with some mustard, and then we're going to slip them into the oven and finish them off. We want to serve medium rare to rare. Potatoes are looking pretty good. I might be impressed here today. See, a lot of salesmen come by and try and sell you new products that they have. And for the most part, if I were to buy someone's potatoes that are already peeled and already clean, then what do I need myself for? But there are situations where these products are very useful, like when you're in a hurry, when you're in a field kitchen perhaps, when you're doing a wedding and you don't have a good sink and all the utensils like you do here. So there are some uses for this type of product. More than anything else, I love when people drop off things for me to try because it's something I can cook for nothing. It doesn't cost me anything. Okay, here we go. Pull out my lamb. Get one plate, and I'll put this on a plate. And it smells wonderful. Okay, here we go. That's ready. Got that. Now we've got to dredge it in the mustard, rub it around, and then we're going to dip it in our panko. Now the mustard just adds a nice flavor to the lamb. It complements the rosemary. And we'll just do it like this. Again. Now this is an unfinished product. Remember that. This is still going to be cooked, so no bacteria will get into it. Everything will be cooked off. At the very end, we won't be handling it by hand. Okay, we got that. That's doing well. And if I can have a little cookie sheet, then we're going to be all set. That's that. And we'll rub this in a little bit. It's fine. Okay. And a little more mustard. It's really nice. Really, I love lamb. I know it's an iffy thing for a lot of people, but once you get to try it, you really get to like it. You'll always crave it. It's something that's great to have out when you're out for dinner. Of course, it's an expensive dish, but occasionally at these markets you can see lamb at reasonable prices. You can find American lamb, New Zealand lamb at Katina's Market in Southampton. Most of the good butchers have it, so you can find it anywhere. Okay, when we come right back, in this little break, we will throw this in the oven and plate up and cook our pasta and finish up our puttanesca and enjoy. Okay, welcome back to a Culinary Experience. I've been working hard while you've been gone. Got my pasta in for my puttanesca. I threw my lamb in the oven just to get it to be a medium rare. It's probably rare right now. We want to give it there for 10 minutes at 350. My potatoes are looking fantastic. Finish them up. Gonna finish them with a little white wine to soften the potato a little bit. And again, this is something new for me. We're gonna try these out. Meanwhile, we got a little broccolini. We'll throw that in the pan. We'll saute that. Whoop, I missed a piece. And let's see what else we have. A good vegetable to throw in with the broccolini. How about a little yellow wax bean? Okay. Little yellow wax bean we'll put on the side of our lamb. We can drizzle a little olive oil over it. We're only going to cook this for a few minutes just to sweat it. We don't want to overcook it. A little bit of salt. We're kind of doing this Italian flair tonight. We're trying to do this lamb. Let's throw a little color in it. Black olives. Broccolini, black olives. You know it's got to go together. And we're ready to roll. Noodles are cooking. Potatoes are here. Well, I'll tell you what. It tastes like a potato. If you're looking to cheat a little bit, maybe this will work for you. For me, personally, I'd rather peel my potato. I think. Little white wine. All we need, a little white wine. Just a slight sweating of braising. Okay, what do we got here? Let's plate this up. We got a little potato going. I like home fries, you know. I like it sometimes when you go to a restaurant and they serve you home fries with your meal. Okay, we'll put a little bit of a decorational thing on it. Okay, we got our broccolini. I've got a bowl over here. I've got my sauce ready. So I think what we'll do is we'll spoon our sauce into our bowl. When our pasta's done, we'll add it in. We'll fold it together. Wow, this looks awesome. Oh man, the capers, it's just like, it's like there, you know? Okay. I love yellow wax beans. It makes a great salad. It makes a great presentation. That's probably plenty. And the black olive, black works well with food. The black color of an olive brings out the yellow very much. All right. How are we doing on lamb? About another minute and a half, 2 minutes. If I can have a ladle over there, I'll put my sauce in my glass bowl. We'll drain our pasta. And you got to remember, and I've said it a zillion times, when you pull your pasta out of the water, you don't rinse it. Because what you're doing is you're rinsing off all that starch, and you want that starch to adhere the sauce. Again, you can see I use a lot of Le Creuset pots because it's a great way to cook. It's very easy to burn things when you walk away from the stove. So I think the best way to, for me to cook is with Le Creuset. There's also All-Clad out there, which is a phenomenal stainless steel pan company. Problem is, if you're absent-minded and you walk away, stainless steel cooks a lot faster than cast iron, so you'll tend to burn it. Le Creuset is a great pot. So is All-Clad. However, All-Clad's for more of an experienced chef. Okay, we got that. Smells amazing. I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to pull off some pasta. One of the ways I pull out the pasta is I need a big spoon with a spider. Is really simple. Instead of taking the pot to the sink and draining it like Mama used to do, it's really simple to do it this way. Pull out the pasta, drain it. Especially if you're making pasta salad or something like that, you can pull off more than one pasta at a time. You can use the same water again. And there you go. Done. Very simple. Okay, drain it off. And let's see about some Parmesan cheese. Mixing it all together. And the pasta is perfectly al dente. Very important, al dente. Almost done. In Italian, almost done. Here we go. Little Parmesan. I love the way it smells. This is an awesome thing to serve to your family. I don't know, once your kids get a little older, they'll find more of a taste for olives and anchovies. But the young kids won't go for it. If you can start to work on getting that lamb out, I could just dive into this whole thing right now. And that's enough cheese. And one plate, and we'll plate all of this up so you can see what it looks like. Have a plate, please. Well, it's been a great day on the set of a Culinary Experience because we've got a lot of great foods today. Oh, this is great with fusilli. It's great with rigatoni. Oh, just looks delicious. Just fantastic. Now, wipe your plate. Of course, I know you're at home. You're probably not going to wipe your plate, but it is important. Presentation is important as you see it before you taste it. You can smell it before you see it. It's all about presentation. It's wonderful. And if you really wish, you can put a little Parmesan cheese on top. Now, I've got my lamb. And for me, rare is important. I love it really rare. And this is for me, but for you, you want to cook it a little bit more. I love it rare. Okay. And we'll wipe this. Oh, yeah. Oh, beautiful. And just a little bit of the coating, so you see that. Now, a lot of people like it medium rare, well done. I don't really recommend having lamb well done. For me, I think it should be rare, medium rare. The French certainly think it should be rare, medium rare. However, for a lot of us out here, you might want to go a little more cooked than this. I really want it rare. Also, the point being is if you don't use it all, the next day you can recook it and you'll have it. From the kitchen of a Culinary Experience at the deli counter in Southampton, this is Michael Moss signing off saying good food, good friends, good life, God bless, and good night. Let's have something to eat, huh?
Michael Mosolino's Culinary Experience is brought to you by the Deli Counter, Fine Foods and Catering, 623 Hampton Road, Southampton, New York,